Alrighty, what's going on, everybody? My name is Blitzwinger, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to a brand new episode of LEGO Marvel's Avengers Customs. And today we are, of course, going to be working on a couple of custom characters in the game. Now, of course, don't forget, guys, if you enjoyed today's episode and you want to see more of these episodes in the future, don't forget to drop a like on the video. It only takes a second. It really does help me out in terms of letting me know what videos would you like to see more of. And with that also in mind, of course, don't forget to stick around till the very end of the video and let me know which character design you like better. And today it's going to be two very different designs, because we're going to be completing the Justice League, well, kind of indirectly, because I haven't had the Superman design or the Batman design in our quick selection for a while now, but we might be able to redesign them again and then maybe get our entire Justice League rebuilt. But what I was going to say is we're going to complete the Justice League because we're going to be building Martian Manhunter. Now, on top of that, the other character that we're working on, and I know that this is going to be quite a surprise for many, because it certainly was a surprise for me, because I honestly did not expect for this to be a character that you guys really wanted to see, but it's actually Ash Ketchum. And yes, I mean the Ash Ketchum, I almost said Ash Ketchum just now, Ash Ketchum from Pokemon. So that will be the other character design that we're working on. So two very different designs, but hopefully two designs that will turn out quite cool. Now, of course, as always, guys, if you enjoyed today's episode and there are other designs that you would like to see for future episodes, don't forget to leave that in the comments section below as well. Now, the final thing that I wanted to touch on before we begin designing the character here for today, or characters here for today, is the fact that a lot of you guys were asking me whether or not I was going to do some LEGO Marvel superhero stuff. I asked you guys about it on the last episode, and a lot of you guys seem to be quite interested about that. So all I'm going to say is stick around. I'm going to try something out, possibly not this week, but next week you guys might see a video, so I'm looking forward to see how you guys respond to that, if you like it or not, and then we'll go from there, because I think that's kind of the best barometer, is just to see how you guys will receive it. So let's get rocking and rolling here. We're gonna start things off with, I think we'll actually start with Ash, because I think that will be, oddly enough, the easier design to do for him, because again, there's not as many elements, I would say, for him as, let's say, the character of Martian Manhunter. So because of that, I think we'll go with Ash Ketchum first. So as far as weapons go, I think we're gonna have no weapons for him, unless, if you know what, this looks like a giant Pokeball, so that could be kind of fun, actually. You know what, we might do that. That could be kind of funny to just go ahead and use the ginormous Pokeball there. All right, so let's get to designing, though, shall we? Oh, well, actually, before we continue here, what I want to check out is, do we have any hats that we could use? There are no correct colored hats. I mean, this is kind of a hat. I mean, it's a hard hat, but it's more a helmet than a hat. And we don't have anything that is a baseball cap, which is what Ash, of course, typically wears. So because of that, we're going to have to improvise and have him with just his hair instead of his hat. So I think that that's what we're gonna have to stick with. Now, as far as designs for the character go, we're gonna use kind of the main colors that we see him usually wear, which is kind of, you know, lightish blue. I think we'll go with like light blue jeans, maybe, like regular belt buckle. Then maybe the shirt that we give him is like the classic one from the original Pokemon season, so maybe like the dark green one. And if there's like a jacket on top of that, that could be really cool. Hopefully we have like short sleeves, and then I think he wore like green gloves, didn't he? I'm pretty sure. The problem is they were gloves, so it doesn't really work to just make the entire hand green, but we'll go for it, because again, I'm trying to hopefully pull off a unique look here. All right, so now we're gonna go with a short sleeve design, which unfortunately there really isn't much of around here. I mean, I guess we could go with this, because I'm pretty sure he does have like white sleeves from what I remember, at least in the original season. And then if we could have something blue, like a jacket and a green shirt underneath, that would be perfect. If we could kind of have those components alive in this design, that could be great. So like a dark green and any type of blue. This is kind of the exact opposite of that, because I mean, that's not green, it's kind of like beige. But if we could have that the other way around, where it was green and blue, that's not bad. Well, not really. Never mind. I confused again the fact that the blue needs to be on the outside, not on the inside. My goodness, every jacket that's here is like the opposite of what we need it to be. The blue's on the inside, and there is no blue on the outside. We need like these jackets, but the blue to be where like the white and red is. That's what we need. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to see here if there's anything that like specifically pops up that has a blue component to it. I thought that did, but nope. That won't work. Come on, we need blue and green. Blue and green. Those are the ideal colors that we're looking for. Again, same thing, but the blue's on the inside instead of the outside. I don't get it. Why are blue like jackets not popular at all? I think we might have to like improvise here, maybe go with like a different color, because unfortunately I just don't see anything that fits the design that we are going for. So because of that, I think we're going to have to sacrifice our design and kind of improvise with whatever else is available. I don't want to have anything too complicated because he doesn't have like any designs on his torso from what I remember, at least not on the t-shirt that he usually wears underneath. I mean, sometimes he wears like not a jacket, like I guess maybe like a hoodie you would call it. I'm pretty sure. I'm not even certain what you would call it, but it might be called a hoodie, I guess, to a certain extent. So that might be what we go here for. It's got to go well with the white sleeves as well. That's the other component that I'm like worried about. Or of course, if we don't like it, we could always change that up and change the sleeves to a different color. Will that look good? No, it won't. That won't look good at all. We're starting things up also a little bit differently this time, because usually I don't ever start with like the torso and everything. Usually we leave the torso for last. So maybe this is not a good thing. Maybe I should just go back to the way we usually do things, and then we'll have some order. I actually am interested though to see what this looks like, because I think that might not be such a bad look. Let's see. Let's change the hairpiece and the face and everything. And then we'll see how it looks after that. We need to change the face because this looks a little bit like too old for Ash. I mean, he does have those like little squiggly lines under his eyes, but I don't think we have anything of that sort around here. Maybe just like that, right? And then we need like some frizzy hair. And I think his hair color is black, right? But maybe it's like dark blue. But unfortunately, we don't have any dark blues except for like right here on the Hellcat helmet. So we got to go with black no matter what. Got to go with the black hairstyles. There aren't a lot of them that are like particularly frizzy, which is why I think this might be the best option of the bunch. Even though this looks a little bit more like Brock's hair than Ash's hair. So I'm thinking maybe for Ash we could go with like that. Right? I don't know. This is really a lot tougher. Maybe this. Just like, yo, what up, Ash? He's got that wild hairstyle. I wonder, what does Ash Ketchum look like without the hat? Have they ever shown him without the hat? I don't remember, because I honestly don't remember if that was ever a thing like in the show. Did they ever show the way that his hair looks like without the hat? I think they did, but I just can't remember it off the top of my head. I think it's just like spiky, basically. Like he's got like a spike in the front and then kind of two spikes on the sides. There is no haircut of that sort. Oddly enough, the Moon Boy hairpiece is probably the closest to it. But I think if we ever design a Brock design, I'm going to probably use this hair right here. So because of that, I think we'll use this for Ash, just so that it's a little bit different to the other designs. All right, let's go ahead and work on the hips here. So for the hips, we're going to go with, ideally we want just like a belt, and basically that translates right into some like light bluish jeans. So maybe something like that, and then that, or maybe these are even better. I don't know. Those are a little bit like too bright, even though I feel like his design for his jeans is probably that color. Ooh, actually, let's try this. That's not bad. We just need to get the hips to match that a little bit better, because it is a little off. Maybe that. I mean, I don't know. That's just such a distinctly different shade of blue that it just does not look all that great. Maybe we can go with this. I think that's a bit better. I don't really like that torso piece, so let's try to change that up and see if there's anything possibly that we could find that might fit better for what we're going for. You know what? Let's just go for our typical strategy of where if we don't spot anything, I'm just going to quickly take a look. I wonder, will that look good? I mean, that does look good, but again, it doesn't fit Ash whatsoever. So let's just cycle through some designs, and maybe something will jump at us and go like, hey, there we go, that looks good, and so on and so forth. Maybe there will be something that just pops up, and we're like, perfect, that looks great, you know? Maybe that will happen. I kind of liked, actually, I don't know why, I thought that the plain color on some designs doesn't look that bad, to be quite honest. Ooh. I like that. Let's see, if we change the sleeves, if we have something else that matches better as far as sleeve color, like this, for example, I mean, that's much better, but again, doesn't have anything to do with Ash, so I don't feel like it's all that appropriate, unfortunately. We could go with this and pretend that, like, his jacket is closed, right, so you can't see the shirt, and then go with, like, a short sleeve like that. That's actually not bad. You know what? I like that. And then we'll give him the shield because it's a ginormous Pokeball, kind of, somewhat. So let's do this, Ash. You're ready to go play Pokemon Go. Ash. I hope I remember how to spell his name correctly. And I'm not talking about the Ash part. Ash is going to be easy, obviously. It's the Ketchum part that I'm not too certain about. I think it's K-E-T... Ketchum, K-E-T-C-H-U-M, maybe? I hope that that's how you spell it. But I could be wrong. Ketchum. Okay. Hopefully this is right. Otherwise, this is obviously pretty embarrassing. Maybe I should have just called him Ketchup. That way we'd be like, okay, perfect, it's right. Alright, so there we go. We have our Ash Ketchum design completed, and now we get to the more complicated of the designs, actually, which is Martian Manhunter. Now, of course, the first thing I will point out is that, no, we cannot have, unfortunately, a cape available to us. So because of that, no matter what, our design is going to be a little off. It's not going to look the way that ideally we'd like it to look, of course. Now, we're going to go with the red eyes. Oh, no. That does not work. We need red eyes, but the problem... Ooh, here we go. Can we remove the hairpiece? I think we can, right? Yeah, we can. Perfect. And that is actually not too shabby. Let me see if there are better red eyes that we could choose, but I don't think there are any others. I think there are only two that we can pick from. There are yellow eyes right there. We've tried these ones, right? So that didn't work. And I don't think, I mean, I think these are red eyes as well, but they also have the little horns, so that does not work for our look. So can't go with that. And as a result of that, I think we are kind of going to have to go with this look, because I don't really see anything else that works. So I think we'll go with that. As far as weapons go, he doesn't have any weapons, so we're just going to have him without any, so that will be appropriate. We know, let's do the components that we know. So we know that the arms are going to be green, or the hands, I should say, are going to be green, and we know that the arms are actually going to be green as well. Okay, there we go. We just want to make sure that we try to match the colors. Now, for the leggings and the torso, this is going to be the trickiest part, because we obviously need it to be green as well, but typically speaking, it's green, and then it's got that kind of like red cross and a little bit of blue on it as well. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Unfortunately, there is nothing, and absolutely nothing, that even somewhat matches what we need. So because of that, we're going to really have to be like liberal with how inspired this design is, quote unquote. And yes, I actually put quotations up. I almost think that this might be our best option, but we'll see. Maybe there's something a bit better. I mean, I really like the Iron Fist piece, but I think that that just has like nothing to do with it. At least this has kind of like the cross lines going on, so it kind of fits better. I guess that could possibly work, but I don't know. I think that this is our best chance, honestly. There isn't all that many options to choose from as far as greens go. We have the gargoyle piece. We have plain green, which is just... Okay, it worked again. Everyone saw that, right? Look, it changed the color of that armor. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I want to risk it right now. I want to try to change the color of something else. Like, if we could grab... Oh my gosh, if we could grab this, let's say, and turn that green, that could look really cool. What else? What else? I mean, this could look really cool in green as well. It could kind of work. I want to try one more piece. If we could make it work, this could be really, really, really good. So I want to be very selective here and be very, very smart about what we try to turn green. Oh, man. I really, really don't know what to try here. I guess we could go for this. Let's try this. Let's try to turn this green. Oh, will it work, guys? Yes, it works! Okay, so that's kind of cool. That is really, really quite cool. I'm very happy with that. Is there anything else that would work better, though? That's the key here. I mean, this could be pretty cool in green as well, right? Because it's got the red Signia. Let's try. Let's see what this looks like in green. That's not bad, actually. That does look pretty cool. But, again, a little bit just kind of too few details on there. I want to have something that has a little bit of red as well. So I'm trying to see, like, look around at anything that has red in it. I don't even know how we've made it work again. I'm just hoping it will continue to work for us. For this entire design, at least. I kind of want to see what this looks like in green as well. Just to see, because maybe it looks cool. Oh, man. Yeah, that kind of does not work very well because it turns really, really dark, and then the two, like, bones only turn green, so that does not really work for us. So we want maybe something that has a lot of one color and then a little bit of red. And I'm trying to look around, and I don't really see anything that has that. Like this, maybe? I don't know. But I feel like this is just going to get really, really dark. So I don't know if it'll work. That's actually not bad. But, yeah, it's a little too dark. I don't know. I like the way it looks. Don't get me wrong. I actually probably would say that this is like kind of the runner-up. For me, it would probably be between that right now. Sorry, the one that I just said. And maybe this one up here. So those are kind of the front runners. As far as anything else, I'm trying to think here. Is there anything else that has ideally a bright color and then some red on it so that the red hopefully gets darker? Oh, yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to think here. I'm trying to think if there's anything that could work better than what we have already tried. I don't know why. Something tells me to try out this, because I think that could look somewhat cool. Ooh. I actually really like the way that that looks. But, again, doesn't really fit the character, unfortunately. It looks cool. If we were just like, hey, make a randomly cool character, that's what I would go for, probably. But I think my favorite look so far is probably this one. Because I think that that just looks the best of the bunch. So we'll go with that because at least it has kind of like that jagged look design. So we'll go with this. Has a little bit of a darker colors. He has worn before like a darker attire as well. So it works. If we had the cape, it would have looked really sweet. Unfortunately, we don't have a cape to work with. All right, so let's get on to the hips. He does have, I think, also like light blue leggings, right? Typically speaking. So we want to probably take something that either has green or blue in it so that it translates well into the hips and legs. So that's kind of the ideal look that we're going for. Oh, no way! No way! Our entire design ruined. I think it's the hips that like mess it up always for us, don't they? What hips did we have just before this? Like when we go back to the torso, will it not work again? It's so weird because it's like it works and then it just like as soon as I adjust the hips, it like breaks on us. Yep. Oh, man. Okay, that stinks. Well, I guess we're going back to what I thought we were going to use, and that's this. That's kind of the best that we can do with within the limits that we're working with. Oh, yeah. I was so hopeful. I was so hopeful for that one. I thought we really had it. I really, really did. I'm not going to lie. Maybe we'll use that and then transition that into the light blue. Whoa. I don't even remember using those before. It does look kind of cool, though. Let's see. I don't really see anything that has too much to work with as far as blues go. We could go with something like that's maybe like mostly blue with a little bit of red. But that's just a bit too much of that. Maybe this is kind of a pretty good compromise. We'd probably need to change the hips then to something that's a bit more blue. Maybe like that. No, like that. That's not bad. I like that. I like that quite a bit, actually. And I think that's what we're going to go with. I think that, again, within the limits that we have to work with, which are a lot, I think that this is a pretty good rendition of Martian Manhunter. So, let's go on ahead and obviously give him his name. I don't think we'll be able to give him his entire... Yeah, we're not going to have enough characters to fit his whole name. So we're going to have to call him Martian M... Maybe like MH, kind of like Manhunter, right? So that it at least somewhat fits the character, right? There we go. All right, so let's exit on out. We're going to summon both of the characters here in just a moment, and I'd love for you guys to vote for which character you preferred best, Martian Manhunter or Ash Ketchum. And of course, as always, guys, if you enjoyed today's customs video, please don't forget to leave a like. If there are suggestions for what other characters you would like to see, or even suggestions about how to make the characters we made today better, let me know in the comment section below. I'm always paying attention to those comments, and I'm listening to like, hey, this is something that you should try out, or this is something that you should try out, and so on and so forth. We're traveling to Asgard. A lot of you guys have said, hey, you've barely ever gone to Asgard, so that's what we're headed on to today to see the two characters that we worked on. So let's take a look and find out how the two of them turned out. All right, so first and foremost, we have Ash Ketchum, who unfortunately does not have his absolutely awesome baseball cap. I think if we had a hat, it really would have looked pretty good. Like, I think it would have been quite matching the design of Ash Ketchum, which is pretty sweet. And then the other character that we worked on today is another character that could have benefited from, let's say, a cape, is Martian Manhunter, who looks absolutely menacing. I have to say, I love the way that the head turned out. It looks really cool. I love that bright, bright green. Obviously, we ideally wanted to use like a darker green, kind of like the one that is available on the shirt, but we didn't really have to choose much from, so we had to work with what we had, and within the limitations that we had, I think we did a pretty good job. So let me know what you think. Who turned out better, Martian Manhunter or Ash Ketchum? And on top of that, let me know which other characters you would like to see on future episodes. Leave a like if you enjoyed today's video. I'll hopefully catch you lovely folks here next time. Peace out. See you later, alligators. Bye-bye, everyone.